at Bob Wine's. And get this, all larger size crepe myrtles, they're also on BOGO. And listen, flowering vines, more than a dozen to choose from, also buy one, get one free. Truckload rose sale, too. You got to check it out at Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens, Southeast 38th Street, daily till 4, Saturdays till 3, in the same blooming place since 1952.
All right, 6 minutes after 8 o'clock, another beautiful day out there. You made it to Tuesday, and you got a couple days before it's a holiday, so it's kind of a light week, right? I guess it depends on who you are, right?
Right.
I suppose if you're in the tourist industry, it's probably a heavy week. A lot of people going to the theme parks this week, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I would not want to be there this week. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, no.
It's probably so hot, right? Mm-hmm. The lines are probably unbelievable.
Yeah.
Galen Unald is on the phone from Life South Community Blood Center. Good morning, Galen.
Hey, good morning, Larry, Robin. How are y'all?
Good. Where are you right now?
Just heading to Gainesville.
By the way, we heard something the other day, and I shared it. I don't know if you heard us say this, that we were watching this video of this guy who went to Disneyland the day of the opening of the Galaxy's Edge thing. And he said the Magic Kingdom had like nobody in it. 5-minute waits for everything.
Yeah, it was great.
So I'm thinking if I want to go, because ours opens August 29th, so maybe when ours opens, the same thing will happen. Maybe we can go to the Magic Kingdom.
Yeah,
right?
That's right.
I'll
exactly.
tell you, July 4th at Disney is pretty good because their fireworks display is so amazing.
That's a good reason to go. Yeah.
I mean, it's so good. It really is fantastic. So
yeah,
they open later during the summer, and everything, and yeah.
Now, do you think the fireworks? Of course, they have fireworks every night.
Yeah.
So, do you think in order to make the 4th of July extra special, they double it, quadruple it? What do you think they do?
I don't know. I've been there a couple of times, I think, on July 4th. I don't know. Maybe it's because you just feel more patriotic. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Good question.
Are you going? Are you going to the races this weekend?
Am I going to the
races?
I'm not going to Daytona this weekend. No. WOCA doesn't cover the races anymore, so I don't have to broadcast from there anymore.
There you go. Something it's not really. There's something breaking up here. You got a loose wire.
Yeah,
or something.
No, it's weird. I don't know. I don't have any wires.
Whatever that is.
Oh, there you go.
That was me coming back in. What?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird.
Can you hear that though?
Yeah, it's like going in and out.
Hey, you're in the health profession. What is it with this flesh-eating bacteria? That is it's one of the worst things you could ever hear about.
from the.
Are you there?
It's from the ocean, from the lady who got scraped by the coral.
Yeah. What happened to your sound, though? The sound went way down. Yeah, that was one of the stories. But there's been, like, in the last couple of years, there's been all these... There was that one poor girl in a hospital, gave birth, lost... Did she lose all 4 of her limbs?
All 4 limbs.
All 4 of her limbs. She's a young mother.
Yeah.
Oh, my... And she got the bacteria in the hospital.
Yeah.
Yeah, what it tells you is you've got to treat open wounds. So if you look, they're all started with an open wound, right? So the lady at the beach had an open wound, and then she scratched herself at the beach.
Right.
So there's, it's not, they call it flesh-eating bacteria, but it's just, it's just a fleshy, it's just an animal that's eating it. They're the same things that eat the fish and everything else. So it's nothing new. It's just you really got to treat your open wounds. I mean, that's the bottom line.
Yeah, that's a really good point. Yeah, those other kids had something. They were petting the animals, right? Did they have the flesh-eating bacteria? Or they had E. coli.
E. coli. Yeah, they did not wash their hands after they messed with the petting zoo animals.
Yeah, I mean, there's signs everywhere to use that stuff. So, I mean, and my wife and I, we saw that story, and I'm like, man, people just think it's okay to go into the ocean with an open wound. It's crazy.
You know, I had a situation with my leg, and they told me not to go into the water for a whole year.
Yeah.
And I'm glad I didn't go in. I didn't have an open wound, but they said the skin was very, very thin, and it would take at least a year to get back to normal. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't go in now.
Yeah, you haven't been in since.
No, there was a couple times I said, "Oh, I'll go in." No, I have. I was in that swimming pool. Remember down in somewhere we went.
Oh, okay.
It felt so good too.
There's a lot less parasites in a swimming pool than there is, say, an ocean or a lake or something like that. So.
Yeah, except for that kid asking for $1.
Yeah.
That's about the only parasite I saw.
Exactly.
All right, I have here some ridiculous health myths that science says are actually true. This is kind of a turning it around thing. Oh, that's a myth. We believed that once upon a time, but it's not true. Now science says, wait a minute, it is true. So it's kind of a cool, yeah, kind of a cool thing. So how is the blood supply today?
Yeah, right now we're still kind of in emergency need of everything. This is always a tough week for us. And the best way for you to help us is to come in and donate blood. I mean, that's what we need. And so please, just give the gift of life and donate blood.
Donate blood, absolutely. The reminder that Galen is able to give us each day on the radio is made possible by two great sponsors, Palm Garden of Ocala. Make sure you go over there and take a tour. Whether you need their services right now or not, there's a good chance you or somebody you care about will need their services in the near future, or in the future. It may not be near, but sometime you might need these services. And there are plenty of places in Ocala, Marion County, that claim to do what they do. And many of them, I'm sure, are fine. But they're not all the same. Trust me on this.
Exactly.
And so the care that you get at Palm Garden, I've seen it firsthand. These people really do care about the people who live there. That's probably just as important as the skilled nursing part of this. The guys and gals who work the therapeutic machines, I mean, they're the nicest, most patient people. You got to take a tour, get to know them a little bit. Maybe go to one of their events where you can sit down and have some lunch with somebody and pop in without being announced. Maybe when there's not an event, so you can show up unannounced and see how the place runs when it's just a normal everyday day. Palm Garden of Ocala is at 2700 Southwest 34th Street. So. Sorry, I carried on a little bit about them, but I do believe what I'm saying, and hopefully you'll see why. If you go to Penn Flooring, I want to make sure you check them out and thank them for sponsoring Galen's Daily Reminder. They're at 1201 Southwest 17th Street. They, quite simply, sell and install flooring, whether it's wood flooring or carpet or some new tile. You want to put something down underneath your feet. I saw this video the other day, how to remove carpet from a staircase. Looks like a lot of work.
I bet it is.
Looks like a lot of work. But the funny thing is, the trend is these days nobody wants carpet on their staircases anymore. Everybody wants the hard wood, right?
Oh, yeah. I've always liked hardwood as opposed to carpet. I'm ahead of my time.
Do you have any staircases, Galen, in your home?
No, I don't like stairs.
So, do you get stairs at the beach?
No, there's no stairs at the beach. No.
Bet his wife does. She's hot.
Does your wife get stairs? Yeah. We went up 203 stairs at the lighthouse in Ponce Inlet. Is that what it's
yes.
called? Ponce Inlet. I really thought maybe I wasn't going to make it, Galen.
We rested on the landing.
A lot of people don't.
I'm sorry?
A lot of people don't.
Yeah, there was one lady.
A lot of people don't. Yeah.
All right, so here are the health myths that science says are actually true. Carrots do improve your eyesight. Did you know that?
I did not. No.
The carrots are good for the eyes myth was debunked, as anyone who has been online any time in the last 10 years would know. We now know that it was all because of a false campaign by the British Ministry of Information back in World War II, which purposefully propagated the myth. Now, we're not saying that the Brits didn't do that, as they absolutely did, but if that made you completely give up on carrots for being utterly useless, it's time to reconsider. The new science says that carrots actually do help you with your eyesight.
Nice.
There you go. That's awesome.
Isn't that something?
That is. That's pretty cool.
If you believe something, so much, maybe you can make it true. I don't know.
That's funny. When you say that, it reminded me. I saw Arnold Schwarzenegger giving a commencement speech at a graduation. I think it was yesterday, but I saw the video this morning. Mm-hmm. And he's talking about having a clear vision for your future. Mm-hmm. Don't just do it willy-nilly. Make sure you know what you want to do. You can change your mind, but make sure you know what you're going to do, whether you change your mind or not.
Yeah, nice. Good words.
Good advice. So maybe if you make your mind up, carrots are going to be good for your eyes.
Mm-hmm. Psychological.
Maybe there's a matrix effect happening here.
Could be.
What do they call that thing? That science?
I don't know.
What do they call it again? Where things happen because you observe them. What is that called? When things happen because you observe them. Quantum physics.
There you go. I couldn't remember.
I don't get it. I don't know that I understand it, but that's what they say. All right, here's another one. Eating just before sleeping does give you nightmares.
Oh, there you go. That's why I had that nightmare the other night. Then that's it.
Women do feel colder than men.
Yeah.
That's what it says.
Yep.
In a Dutch study, researchers found the comfortable temperature for women is about 4.5 degrees warmer than it is for men. How about that?
There you go. That's true.
It's not much. 4.5 degrees. Huh. Here's one.
There's a big difference between, 75 and 80.
Yeah, there is a big difference.
Exercise does make you smarter. You believe that? Galen?
Yeah, I think it makes you healthier, and it helps your brain because it allows you to get those endorphins going and things like that. Yeah, absolutely.
Sounds like you're in a rocket ship. Are you driving with the windows open or something?
No.
Doesn't it sound like he's in a jet or something?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
It says here, exercise reduces the risk of Alzheimer's and other types of dementia.
I believe that.
Yeah, if you've ever run like for a long ways, your brain just kind of almost turns off while you're running. So, yeah.
Running
that.
and cycling improves your memorization abilities and produces a type of protein that helps with the production of new brain cells.
Yeah,
there you go.
I believe that.
I believe that.
Here's a myth that science says is actually true. Eating spicy food helps you lose weight.
Okay, I never heard that myth.
I never did either. But science says it's true. In a study by researchers at the University of Wyoming, a chemical found in chili called capsaicin, is that how you say it, capsaicin? Was fed to mice. When they raised the rodent's fat intake, they found that the mice were unable to gain weight.
Gosh.
Get some more capsaicin.
Okay.
How do you say that, Robin? Capsaicin?
I would guess your guess is as good as
maybe
mine.
Capsaicin. Maybe it's pronounced like that. Okay. Garlic does help with toothache.
Oh, my.
Never heard that one before either.
Garlic can also provide other benefits like fighting infections, reducing blood glucose levels, and even anti-tumor properties. We'll go get some pizza with garlic on it.
That's right.
You can catch up on lost sleep on the weekends. They used to tell you couldn't do that. They sit down.
Oh, I really believe that. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it takes me a few days. If I'm up and stuff, it'll take my body a few days to get back to where it should be. So I believe that.
All right. Have you ever had somebody tell you it's going to rain? I can tell because my arthritis is acting up.
Yeah, my knees will start really throbbing. Yeah.
So you know it firsthand. You know it for yourself. Well, some people say that's a myth. Scientists say that there's actually truth to this. Weather does have a definite impact on joint pain.
Gosh. Wow.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a barometric pressure or something like that, but oh yeah. Yeah.
Do you have arthritis?
No, I just got bad knees.
Okay. Well, if you have arthritis, your pain is going to be worst during a monsoon. For some reason, that's what it says.
Yeah.
Wow.
I believe that because it's heavy.
Yeah, I don't know if it's the humidity and the water, or like the more water, in the air or whatever. But yeah, I feel it absolutely.
All right, the next one: eating a heavier dinner does make you fat. Oh, geez. Of course.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, that's something we
Well,
do
your
that.
biggest meal of the day should be your lunch.
Or anytime you eat after 6 p.m., that's what I hear the doctors say. If you eat after 6 p.m., that's when it stays there. It doesn't go away.
Research suggests that having a heavier breakfast or any breakfast at all lowers your chances of being obese.
Yeah. Yeah. Your metabolism goes higher.
I'm going to start eating
That makes
breakfast.
sense. I should eat breakfast. I'll get some instant oatmeal.
There you
It's
go.
quick.
And one more. The cold actually does make you sick.
Oh,
Oh, I that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like when the temperature changes.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So there you go.
Oh, my.
It's not just because you're locked up in a house with lots of germs. That's what they used to tell us.
exactly. You got to open your windows, and I do. I open my windows a lot.
So again, talking about health, what happened to? Do you happen,
Molecules on cold.
Galen? Do you happen to know what happened to this baseball player Tyler Skaggs? How come he died? Do you know?
Yeah, nobody really knows. They haven't released any information yet that I've read. So, he pitched Saturday, and so he was, nobody knows. They're not saying what the cause was. So, kind of weird.
I think, though, it's a lot of stress. When you're a ball player like that and you're making all that money, you're really stressed to do the best you can and to physically exert yourself. And I think sometimes that morphs into a heart attack.
No. Baseball players are, they're pretty carefree because there's always tomorrow. So, no, I don't think it was the stress.
Do you think earning a lot of money adds stress to a person's life?
No.
It might reduce it, actually, huh?
Yeah.
You've got to worry about the bills.
Yeah, but to keep...
Well, you got to remember, these kids grow up playing baseball or whatever their sport is. They've been playing it, their entire lives, and so they've dealt with it. Sometimes when you get them in the major leagues, the stress is off because you achieved your dream. Now you're just living your dream, and every day is great. I mean, a lot of these players look like, you'll talk to them afterwards and like, I gave it my all, and they're done with it. They'll forget the game well before any fans will. It means more to the fans most of the time.
So do some of the baseball players, when they know that they're going to be retiring soon, do some of them do their own scouting and make recommendations for another up-and-coming ball player to play their position?
No.
Oh.
No. I mean, maybe after they've been out of the game, but, they're pretty busy. I mean, they're playing baseball every single day of their life. They don't have time to look at other players.
Oh, yeah.
Are there any myths about donating blood that actually are true? Like things we thought weren't true? Like there was a time when we would say that donating blood will help you burn 300 calories or whatever, right? Mm-hmm. And then we told, no, that's not true. Well, maybe it is true.
Yeah.
Right?
I would think.
I don't know if it is or it isn't, but I mean, it helps it's good for your heart. It lowers your blood viscosity. So it lowers your blood pressure. It'll help you sleep and all those kinds of things. Sure.
So
but those aren't really myths. Those are scientific facts, Larry. I just dropped facts.
Yeah, we had somebody in here, and I was asking about. They were talking about hepatitis B, right, or something like that. And I said, when you donate blood, is it automatically screened for that? And they said yes. Was I told the truth?
Yeah.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So there you go. So if you're worried that you have hepatitis, because they were giving hepatitis B shots, remember, at the clinic downtown Ocala?
Yeah, they were. So if an abnormality is found in your blood before they, when they're doing their testing, how do they notify the person that donated the blood?
Well, we have a whole system for it. We'll write you a letter. We'll call you. We'll get in touch with you. Yeah, and it depends on what it is and how severe it is. Because some test results we have to report to the state of Florida.
Because that's pretty scary. for the person receiving the call that doesn't realize there's something wrong.
Really? Can you imagine that?
Yeah, we're trained in it, and some of them are like no big deal. Some are absolutely. So we have people who are trained to handle that. And it doesn't happen all that frequently.
Oh gosh, well that's a good thing then, because you.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, because you realize people are very much above board when they're going to donate blood, and they don't want to hide anything because that wouldn't be good for the recipient.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at it, statistically, it's less than 1% of the blood that is donated has a problem with it. So it's pretty rare.
Oh, gosh.
So NASA is expected to launch today a test rocket, and they're going to drop the capsule from 31,000 feet, and they're going to drop 900 data things onto the ground.
Gosh, that's so scary.
Oh, my God.
That is so scary.
900 data things.
They're probably tiny.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. I wonder when the rocket's going up. I was looking for the...
Yeah, because you said there's a launch window from like now through like 11 a.m. or something like that.
Yeah, I don't see anything on here that says it went yet, so
Gosh.
Keep an eye on that, I guess. All right, Galen, where's the Bloodmobile today?
Hey, Bloodmobile, we're at the Walmart right there in the Shores today, so please come by, see us, and give the gift of life and donate blood.
All right.
Oh, excellent.
All right, Galen, be careful out there. Thank you for what you do, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.
You guys are the best. Thanks, Sean.
All right, we'll be right back.
Johnny, what are you doing in the bathroom? What are you saying? Wait, where are your toy cars? Oh no, tell me you didn't. Honey, call Mike Scott Plumbing.
I didn't do anything.
For once that's true, but little Johnny flushed his toys down the toilet and now it's broke.
Yes. I mean, no. I'll get the phone. What's the toll-free number?
866-314-4443.
Got it. 866-314-4443.
Mike Scott Plumbing. If water runs through it, they do it.
Palm Garden announces Fast Track. Fast Track. Focused assessment, safe transition. When a new guest is admitted to Palm Garden, we start with the ABCs. A is the assessment to determine what the guest needs. B is for basic care, which is excellent nursing and therapy. And C is for consistency to provide what's needed throughout the stay. Fast Track. Palm Garden will get you home fast, really, really fast. Take a fast tour of Palm Garden.